What up guys, Nakamoto Crypto here. Today we gotta discuss Solana as its network is yet again facing outages as of recent. Which brings us to this question: is the Solana network secure? Let's discuss. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Let's get to it. Solana faced another DDoS attack, and this affected their network speed as an NFT platform called Block Asset noticed this, and this is pretty much the third or fourth attack on the Solana network this year. Now there's an expert called Justin Barnes. He is the founder and CIO of Cyber Capital. According to him, the repeated attacks on Solana network are a result of this thing only. The only reason Solana is getting attacked is because of security. The Solana network, he said, is running on this thing called proof of history. Now this proof of history protocol, the Solana team is combining with another technology called Turbulent in order for Solana to run even faster than it is right now. According to this guy, because of this turbine future, the Solana team are sacrificing security against speed. So what he said is they are trying to run faster than Bitcoin and Ethereum, and Solana is doing so right now. But they are paying the price of having a network which is becoming less and less secure because they chose speed over security. Solana has faster transactions than Bitcoin and Ethereum, but they are leaving themselves open to this vulnerability where they can be under attack at any moment. And this happened recently. 2 months ago in September, the Solana network was out for almost 17 hours because of these things. Hundreds of DDoS attack against the network. Solana also has a library of bugs because of this. They are a brand new technology, and these bugs are getting discovered every single day by the Solana team. They are trying their best to patch it up. And there's a recent one that happened around December 4th of 2021 at the beginning of this month. And this massive bug was luckily discovered by the Solana team. They patched it up, they fixed it up. But if they did not, attackers would have been able to get away with $27 million per single hour, hacking into the Solana ecosystem and stealing investors' funds and these other projects' funds. An expert said that this particular bug could have cost $1.7 billion in funds lost from the Solana network by these hackers. And that brings us to this right here, the Lindy Effect. Now, what is the Lindy Effect? The Lindy Effect is simply the idea that the life expectancy of non-perishable things like technology or the Great Wall of China, these things tend to get stronger simply because they are older and they survived. It simply says that Bitcoin's and Ethereum's technology are much better than Solana. Even though they are older and slower technologies, they seem to last and survive these attacks. Another example the Lindy Effect will give you is the fact that the Great Wall of China is more likely to be here for another few hundred years instead of your latest iPhone that you're holding right now. So just because a technology is brand new like Solana doesn't mean that it is better than Bitcoin. It has to stand the test of time. Bitcoin stood the test of time. It has been up for the past 13 years. The network is getting stronger. The number of Bitcoin wallets getting created are getting stronger. It is no longer in the hands of retail. Bitcoin belongs to institutional investors right now as they can afford it. So millions of Bitcoin wallets created. Soon in the future it will be billions of Bitcoin wallets created, and the hash rate will get stronger and the network will get stronger simply because it is an older blockchain and it seems to be standing the test of time right now. Now, do not count Solana out because of these outages, as the cryptocurrency exchange Kraken just released this. They said that Solana's chart is gearing up for another 255% rally. That is insane. And if that happens, a single Solana will be worth $600 by January of 2022. and that will be a 255% rally from these current levels, where a single Solana at the moment is costing around $160. Now Solana had an amazing run. Two things can pan out from this. Number one is Solana can pull a Chainlink. If you remember, back in 2020, Chainlink was the best performing altcoin. It went from literally $1 to about $20, and that impacted Chainlink in a negative light in 2021. Even though we had a crazy bull market in 2021, Chainlink did not benefit from this bull market simply because the previous year Chainlink has exploded and went up so high. And that's what happened to Solana this year. Solana went from a $1.86 at the beginning of this year to $171 per single Solana quickly. And if this trickle downs into 2022, Solana's momentum will eventually die down and it will become Chainlink. That is scenario number one. Scenario number two is what Kraken said. Solana is going to continue its momentum and try to fight to take off Binance as the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap. If this happens by January of 2022, Kraken said Solana is going to the moon and explode as high as $600 per Solana. And then in the middle of 2022 or towards the end of 2022, you could see a Solana as high as $1,000. But of course, in order for this to happen, they have to work on Solana's network's security. Not to mention, Solana is way too centralized, as 50% of the Solana tokens were sold to VCs, these venture capitalists. We already mentioned that on our previous Solana video, which you can check out. In conclusion, do not count Solana out. Solana still has room to grow. Now, Cathie Wood, the queen of bull markets, simply because she has been invested into Bitcoin longer than many of us. She is now saying that retail has come into Bitcoin for years, and then you have institutional investors who jumped into Bitcoin this year, i.e. MicroStrategy, PayPal, Square, and all of these big companies. But she said there is one market that Bitcoin has yet to capture, and that is the real estate market. And Cathie Wood is stating that if Bitcoin captures just 5% of this institutional real estate market, you are looking at $500,000 per single BTC in the near future. That is insane. So Bitcoin, according to Cathie Wood, has a lot of room to grow. Therefore, what would 500k BTC do to these other altcoins? Imagine how much Solana could grow if Bitcoin goes to $500,000. As you all know, Bitcoin is the king. It drags the altcoins upwards. If it does, you are going to see amazing altcoin seasons in the future if this is the case. Now, what are your thoughts on Solana facing yet again another DDoS attack? Is the Solana network secure? Is Solana a safe investment for the future? Do you like Solana or do you hate Solana? Let us know in the comment section below. Like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.